Hari Om to all the elites. Welcome to Katha Jyoti session. We shall begin today's session with a prayer. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Here is a story of a Brahmin. The name of the story is The Brahmin's Dream. Long, long ago, there lived a poor Brahmin who had to beg for his living. Sometimes he had to go without food for many days. At times he had barely a handful to eat. But one day he was very lucky. He got a pot full of flour. He was very happy. He took the pot home and hung it up very near to his bed. Then he lay down on the bed and gazed lovingly at his pot of atta. I wish I were rich, thought the Brahmin. Then I need not beg from door to door. And the man began to dream. There is a lot of atta in that pot, he said to himself, and it will last me for some days. But shall I keep it or shall I sell it? Suppose there were a famine in the land, I could sell it for a very good price. I would go to market and I would call out, who will buy my atta? And many people will come to buy my atta. I will buy it for 10 rupees, a man will say. Here is 15, another will shout. I will buy it for 20 rupees, a third man will say, and I shall sell the atta to him for 20 rupees. Now, what shall I do with my 20 rupees? I shall buy a pair of shoes and a dhoti. No, no, I shall not buy shoes and a dhoti. I shall start a business with my 20 rupees. First, I shall buy a pair of she goats. I shall feed the goats on the grass and leaves. Soon the goat will have little ones, and in a few years I shall have at least 10 goats. Now, what shall I do with those 10 goats? I shall sell them to the market. Goats, goats, who will buy my plump goats? I shall shout in the market. Just the thing I was looking for, says a villager with a red turban and a blue shirt, and he buys my goats for 100 rupees. Yes, for 100 rupees? Now, what shall I do with that 100 rupees? I shall buy a red silk coat, or I shall buy a beautiful bed. No, no, I shall not waste my 100 rupees like that. I shall buy 2 cows. The cows will have calves, and the cows will grow up and become cows, and then all the cows will have one more calves, and there will be lots and lots of milk, and I shall sell milk, butter, and cream, and I shall make barfi, rasagulla, and gulab jamun, and I shall have a shop of my own with sweets piled up in small mountains. Sweets, sweets, who will buy my sweets? I shall call out, who will buy my fresh sweets? Juicy sweets, sweets, sweets. And along will come children with silver coins in their hands, and their mouths will be watering, and there will be men and women too, waiting their turn to buy my sweets. And I shall do good business, and I shall get richer and richer. Now, what shall I do with all the money I get? Shall I buy an elephant? Or shall I build a temple? No, no, I know what I shall do. I shall trade in pearls and diamonds. Yes, I shall buy pearls and diamonds and many other precious stones. Then I shall put on a lovely blue coat and a very nice turban, and I shall go to the king. Pearls, diamonds, rubies, all for your majesty. I shall say, pearls, diamonds, all the very best. Ha ha, the king will say, just what I want for my queen. And I shall do more and more trade in pearls and diamonds and other precious stones, and I shall be a very rich man. Then I shall build a large house with beautiful big lawns and lovely mango groves, and there'll be a rare roses in the garden and pools of red and blue and yellow and white lotus flowers, and white swans will be swimming about. Then many rich men will come to me and ask me to marry their daughters. Shall I marry one of those girls? Oh no! Along will come the king himself and he will ask me to marry his daughter. Yes, then the beautiful princess with her long hair and lovely eyes will be my bride. And soon we shall have a son and another and then a daughter. And I shall play with my children in the garden. When I feel tired, I shall ask my wife to play with the children while I go and have a rest. But my wife will be busy doing other things and the children will follow me. I shall not permit the children to disturb me when I am resting. I shall shout at them to go away. But children are children. As they become more and more troublesome, I get angry. I pick up a stick and I beat them and beat them and beat them. Thinking he was beating the children, the Brahmin began to beat the air with his hands. Suddenly, one hand struck against the pot of atta. Crash! The pot fell down and was smashed into 100 pieces. The atta was scattered all over the sand on the floor. What was that noise? Said the Brahmin, jumping out of the bed. And then he saw the broken pot and the flour spilled all over the sandy floor. He looked around him but could see no princess, no big house, no lovely garden, no mango groves, and of course, no children. Poor Brahmin. The moral of this story is we have to empty ourselves from thoughts, images, beliefs, labels, tendencies, concepts, struggles, fears, desires, memories, expectations, social conditionings, and all the false belief systems, and have the courage to just witness and simply be in awareness. As Brahmin, even ourselves, we have so many expectations with our friends, with our family members, which will lead to misery. So let us overcome this type of misery and fill ourselves with joy by living in the present moment, not dreaming like a Brahmin. Hope you all enjoyed this story. Let us close today's session with a prayer. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Shantir Shantir Shantihi. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। Thank you.